Wild Woman Life does not come with formula. Wild Woman Life is not something you can Google. You can only follow it from within. So let's go deeper and deeper into this inner space. Let's bring that attention and intention inwards always while we're here, while we are connecting in this Wild Woman vibes. While we are here, it's sacred, it's true, it's honest, it's meant to be. Let it bring healing, let it bring connection, let it bring the wisdom out to the world from within you. Let it land you into the truth of you. Beautiful people, welcome to the Wild Woman podcast. I am so excited to kick off this new space here with you with this first episode. My name is Hannah, nice to meet you. If my voice is completely new to you, welcome. I'm so happy you're here. If you know me very, very well, welcome to you as well. You know then that this podcast has been long time in the works. So the first ever time I actually considered doing a podcast was more than 2 years ago already, when actually one of my beautiful private clients kind of requested, Hannah, please start a podcast. It would be so amazing to just tune in and listen on the walks. And for a moment, I was like, I never considered that. And then since then, I have been kind of taking care of that little seed that was planted. And now this seed has been sprouting to the point where the new podcast has been launched and you are listening to the first episode of it. So it's a pretty big deal for me. And I was listening to my intuition to wait for the right time. And there was a certain amount of overthinking about it too. I'm not going to lie, because I would be lying to you if I would be saying, oh my gosh, I just sat down, took the mic and spoke. No, I have been actually coming to this point that it's the right time for a couple of times now, but it has taken me to actually execute it to the point where I actually get the one episode out for a couple of goes. And you know, sometimes we get into our mind a lot where you think like, what's the right wording for the title, what we should be calling it, how the cover picture, all of these things that just add so much weight to these decisions, and so much like this mind effort and doubt and so much of this heaviness into this cool space where all I want it to be is it's about truth and letting your soul speak and create and let yourself be the real, raw, truthful version of yourself. So, and I actually became so close to actually nearly Googling what is that I'm meant to say on my first ever episode of a podcast. And I caught myself. I was like, oh my God, Hannah, we are here traveling in the Wild Woman energy. Bring the Wild Woman energy. Let yourself just speak. Mess up. Look, search for your words. Pronounce things in a weird way, you know, because English is not your first language. Just go for it. It's the time. Now is the time. Now. And here I am, embracing all the imperfections. And that's what Wild Woman Essence is all about. Embracing the truth from within, embracing the imperfect way of life sometimes, embracing the inner guidance that might not always match to what you are experiencing in your life right now, or what has been the past evidence of everything. Because, you know, in life, you hear people talk a lot about be honest, you gotta be honest. But the context of it very often is actually being honest to other people. And very rarely it's about honesty to self. And once you actually becoming willing to be honest with yourself, some truths start to reveal themselves. Sometimes it blows your mind with breakthrough after breakthrough, realizing, of course I've been feeling certain ways, of course I've been feeling lost because I have not been myself, I have not listened to myself, I have been operating completely out of my own energy and doing the right thing, period. But doing the right thing as we have been taught to do the right thing. We have been blind followers to this doing the right thing rather than following what is the right thing by us. What is the right thing by my context? That is the essence of the wild woman energy for me. Finding your own ways in life, finding your own truth, finding your own real edge to the things you do, to the words you speak, to the actions you take, to the decisions that land in your life, to the opportunities that are there, whether to take them or not, that depends on your context. And since I started following that inner guidance and leading my life with the wild woman energy, things have shifted beyond recognition. My own healing journey really started already 10 years ago when I really claimed this healing for myself. I woke up one day and I was saying, Hannah, you got to go to Australia. That nudge from my soul was so strong that I could not put this idea down, even when I was scared of the idea of flying on a plane, because I was riddled with anxiety at the time, to the point where I sometimes couldn't leave my own bedroom. But I came to this point where I was thinking, well, even in my own bedroom, what should be the most safest place for me to be. If I'm even scared to be here, I could be anywhere in the world. It would not make a difference to how I feel. I might as well be brave and just do the thing I want to do. So I decided to go for it, not overthink it, and go to Australia to my healing trip. Little did I know that more than 10 years down the track, I would find myself married, still living in Australia, in this beautiful country, and being on my first podcast episode here with you. This 10 years has been bringing me a lot of lessons, a lot of teachings. Well, my whole life has. I'm nearly 35 years old, but particularly past 10 years and more even within last 3 years, I've been extracting so much wisdom and bringing more in from all my life experience. So if you know anything about human design, I am a 4/6 generator. So this line 6 energy has been guiding me through life big time. First 30 years has been huge trial and error time for me, and past few years I've been extracting and transforming these life lessons into this wisdom that I now so proudly get to share with my teachings, with women in my circles that I hold, private sessions online and in person, in my social platforms. So I consider myself incredibly lucky woman to be able to practice my life purpose that early in life. And this podcast will be an extension to this work that I already do. So thank you for being here. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for giving me the inspiration along the way to do that. And my goal here is to give now this inspiration to others, to kind of pay it forward and share this so much from the depths of my soul. And I trust it is meant to hit the ears, it's meant to hit the souls, meet the energies, meet the people. It is meant to find its way to the people who are exactly in the right place in the right time, that they hear these episodes, that they hear these transmissions, that they get in touch with this wild woman energy and maybe feel that something within them is really moved by it, and they just then start to follow it little step at a time, like I did, just a little step at a time, one day at a time, one shift at the time. And now feeling the power of it, the sheer willingness to follow my intuition now and tune in, and this has completely transformed my life. I feel so blessed. And what gave me the final nudge actually to now final record the episode for my podcast as well is just feeling all of a sudden so incredibly lucky that I have been actually requested to start a podcast. Like, this to me is such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful compliment, and it really shifted this energy for me, feeling like, oh, how I'm meant to do it, how this is meant to go, what if this, what if that. It's like, no, I am willing and I get to do this. This is a privilege for me to be able to sit here so comfortably on my bed and hold this microphone and just speak so freely. This holds so much power to me, and it has been really the leading force of my life now. And at times, yes, I've been scaring the crap out of me and my husband when I've been doing some pretty wild decisions that have pivoted my life in a big way. But once this intuition starts to guide you, and at times it whispers at you, at times it like really stomps its feet, at times it's screaming at you, at times it is just reminding you gently, please listen to me, I am here. And now looking back, no wonder how I felt, and these 10 years of my healing have also taken me through what is called nowadays depression, and what I call a disconnect from soul, from self, from his spirit. And these have been my huge teachers in life as well. And feeling now this sense of freedom, this peace in my body, this calm in my body, this is what I wish for the world. This is what I wish for womanhood. This is what I wish to teach, to radiate. This is what I wish to bring out to the world, and I do it by all means possible. So it's a privilege for me to share this podcast with you, and it's a privilege for me to look back at this journey that at times, yes, has been incredibly challenging, because what I feel like the wild woman energy, a lot of it is becoming student to your own truth. Why student? Because I feel like a lot of times people say that they want to feel this connection to themselves. They want to feel their own energy. But actually what is happening very often is that we get confronted by our own truth, by our own honesty. We get so confronted. It's not always encouraged and celebrated for us to be in our own truth and speak it so clearly and own it, that I think it's part of our conditioning to constantly be distracted and almost like have our emotions a little bit to block ourselves from that truth. So we get to be the students of it. We get to learn it. We get to step into it step by step. We get to own it piece by piece, one shift at the time. We get to know ourselves. We get to be the students of the truth that already exists there. We get to be more aligned with it. We get to be more acute in listening it. We get to. We don't have to, but we get to. And being a student to this truth has bringing me this point in time now where I get to be in alignment with my purpose, with being in this beautiful position where I get to share what I want to say. And one of the ways of me being very real, truthful version of myself is to write. And because I love to write, and I get sometimes this huge urgency to put pen to the paper, and now is the time to write. So I follow this almost like this command from this energy that you got to sit down and write. So I do that, and these beautiful transmissions, these almost like channelings flow through me. And very often these moments happen around women's circles I hold, ceremonies I hold, and I read out these pages and pages to women, and the feedback is always incredible. Something in the room changes, something within me shifts. It brings sometimes even healing to people. It connects them back to their truth, and I've decided this deserves to be out in the world, available to bigger audience. And I'm ready to bring these writings out. These writings are going to be part of these podcast episodes, as well as so many different textures and variations of this way how teachings, lessons, wisdom, energy can be communicated to you through this audio space. I'm very excited to see where it's going to take me, us, you, and I'll let it be what it is. Like I mentioned, wild woman energy cannot always be predicted. It can be only kind of like followed in its beautiful guidance, and it can always change and pivot anytime in moments. So I'm here for it, and I'm glad you're here for it as well, tuning in for it, and let's go. I'm not holding back. I don't want to gatekeep anything from you. I want this to be completely soulful creation, and my goal and intention behind everything I share is always that it will connect you to you. It's not about me teaching you what I know so you would become more like me. It's about, or you would become more like this wild woman thing that maybe you've read about, or maybe you have heard about, or this image you've created. It's more about you discovering who you have always been. Leaving all the past evidence aside of what could be possible, it's about you connecting to your energy, getting to know yourself with who you are today. Looking at your life with this fresh energy every moment, every day, and connecting at its very real, raw, honest level. Allowing your soul to shine, allowing your purpose to come forward, allowing you to express who you are. So let's go. I'm ready. You're ready. Why hold back? Let's go, ladies. I am here for it, and I am so grateful for every single one of you who has found their way already here. Please hit that follow button, so we start to create this magic here together. And as you follow, these notifications will pop up for you when the next episodes will drop. They will drop exactly when they need to drop. I am certain of it. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to kick it off as fast as possible now as well, when the time hit its right moment in the sense of time, that because I have so much stuff already in the bank. These writings, they are meant to be out there. So let's share them. If you share at any time, any of my episodes, anything I share across my social platforms, I am eternally grateful for you. And connect with me, tag me. You find me on social platforms by my name, hannah.furore, and I would love to hear your feedback as well. This is so beautiful. The first episode of the Wild Woman podcast has been recorded. I trust it was exactly what it needed to be. I trust I didn't need to Google what it have to be. I didn't need to follow some sort of formula, because you know what? Wild woman life does not come with formula. Wild woman life is not something you can Google. You can only follow it from within. So let's go deeper and deeper into this inner space. Let's bring that attention and intention inwards always while we're here, while we are connecting in this wild woman vibes. While we are here, it's sacred, it's true, it's honest, it's meant to be. Let it bring healing, let it bring connection, let it bring the wisdom out to the world from within you. Let it land you into the truth of you. Thank you so much, and we'll chat soon again. Much love.